What's up guys, Harry Higgins here, coming back at you with another video. So I thought this would be a fun and interesting video to make because it is coming up to the 5th anniversary of the first song I ever wrote in April of this year. So back in 2018, when I was 18 years old, and I think a month or two before I left, at the time I was really into getting into classic songs, classic rock of the 20th century. So from bands like the Beatles, Talking Heads, to one song by Joy Division because I didn't really get along with the rest of the music from their first album. Just these classic bands, and inspired me that much that I was like, I can do this. I want to start writing songs myself. And in class, sometimes I would just randomly jot down lyrics when I obviously wasn't supposed to. Most of them would have been shit, except for one, pretty decent one, at least in my opinion, and I would get in trouble with the teachers. Cut to 2020. My obsession for songwriting had kind of fizzled out a bit. I was still playing guitar, but the whole, inspiration for songwriting disappeared a bit. And COVID happened. The world went into lockdown. You know the whole story about that. I don't even need to go on. I can remember feeling a bit shaken up at the fact that the idea of the world being this way for the rest of my life. I was kind of confused who to believe or what to believe. At first I thought, this virus has to be just a cold, and the media is just making it out like it's some big thing, and the whole world just looked like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie. Then 2021 hit. In early 2021, Portugal, where I live, went to lockdown again. And at this point, I was starting to get a bit frustrated. And I was angry at the way people here were disobeying the rules. And one day I came across an article in Portuguese news about a big queue at the mall that's just a 7-minute drive or 6-minute drive down from where I live. And once I read it, the thoughts of just how stupid humanity can be in disobeying certain rules, that this image came to mind of this desolate world, like set in the future, and all there is, in the middle of nowhere, there's just a school bus full of children going along, and that is what inspired me to write this song, Bus Analogy, which is, of course, hinted in the name, analogy. So I wrote this song being about how humanity is that stupid that we could get ourselves in a situation like that. I went on to writing the song. It was a fairly easy going process once I put my mind to it. And the story in the end became about this, like I said, this desolate wasteland, the world in the future. And all there is that there's this bus driving along with kids in it. The school teacher is driving it. She's crying because she's, just is so depressed by how the world is, how the world has gone to shit. And so they stop somewhere. The kids are so ignorant that they just run out. They forget their masks that they've been wearing, and they die. Very dark shit, but this is what I wrote. And at first it was intended to be like a kind of depressing song. And then in the end, I thought, because there's a lot of depressing songs out there that sound happy as hell, that sound very jolly, I thought, okay, I could do the same with this song. And so I picked up the guitar. So I wrote the song, completed it, was quite inspired afterwards. I picked up my guitar and started coming up with chords, and it was, didn't really have to think much about it. So this whole song is just this, an A chord and a D chord. But, I don't want to be too complicated. I guess I liked how it sounded. So I've gone to recording the song on Ableton, a free trial version of Ableton, which, ironically enough, is the same software that I use now, which is what is going to make what you're about to hear afterwards quite the more jarring, because this whole thing really sounds like I could have made it in Audacity, not something as high-tech or professional as friggin' Ableton. I recorded this thing, I just recorded the guitar, then the vocals on top. I had fun doing it, goofed around a little bit, which is why I had to cut off the first second of this song, because it was just too stupid. And yeah, I put it out there. I was happy with it. I decided in pre-production to distort it a fair bit. I just wanted it to sound raw and rocky, and so it all results in this big kind of tongue-in-cheek, a little bit unnerving, haphazard thing that is my very first song. So my general thoughts on the song is I don't hate it. I actually kind of like it in a weird way. Yeah, it's not the best song in the world. Like if anyone made it, they would cringe. And yeah, I kind of find one or two parts of this song a bit cringy. But all in all, like I guess I'm happy with how it turned out and the fact that it is my first song, and I have come a bit of a long way from there. In terms of songwriting and recording. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to play the song right now. It is cringe, be aware, but I thought maybe it might be a bit educational and a bit inspirational to anyone who is starting to write music. So here it is.
The sky is gray and the air is bad. We'll take this. She drives a bus through a crumbling desert, looking at the world around her hurts. Her eyes, humanity's demise. John spinning gum and Patty's hair, and the others don't seem to be aware of the world around them. We got to the destination in this world of damnation. The teacher said, "Be careful, it's dangerous out there," and no one else cared. Bus, but they forgot their mask. Their ignorant lives were meant to last. Oh, they ran ahead. Now they're dead. They ran ahead. Now they're dead. They ran ahead. Now they're dead. Sure don't make the world go round. Woo-hoo!